I remember having a dinner with a really big customer of mine. This is like, I'm going to say like 1988 or 89. And I had brought some books to dinner in like Mylar, and he brought some books to dinner. And I've realized that this was a dinner, I actually think of the phrase dueling adjectives. He thought his book was cherry. I thought my book was sweet. And I realized that grading and trying to understand like what was high grade and what was like an investment grade had gotten completely out of hand. Because I describe it as we had a battle of dueling adjectives, and I thought how we were describing our books in terms of one-upping each other was kind of bizarre. And I remember the next week I said there needs to be like kind of a structure to the grades of comic books that everybody can understand. And so I looked at the grades that I was using for Metropolis for God knows how long, and I just sort of plotted it out, and I said a 10-point scale so everybody understands, what a high grade is and what the differences between each grade. People know what the notion of 1 through 10 is, and I just laid it out for Metropolis. And I kind of liked it, and I said it's understandable. And I believe I had gone down to see Bob Overstreet and in Maryland, where he was at the time. This was beginning in '98. And I said, Bob, the grades in the guide, have been done for, I don't know, at that point, 25 years. And I said, there really needs to be sort of a revamping. And I laid out to Bob Overstreet what I had created the week before. And he was interested. I said, this sort of creates a structure. He said, I'm going to use it. That's just for me. And I think you should use it for the next guide. And I remember, talking to him about it, laying out the grading scale, and then probably an hour and a half later, I'm on an Amtrak back to New York after being in Maryland, and I get a call from Bob, and I get a call from an associate of his, John Snyder, who worked for my friend Steve Jeppy, and Snyder was all over this topic. And him and Bob were on the phone. I'm on Amtrak, and they want me to give them the entire grading scale. And I was basically gave it to them over the phone. They wrote it all down, and that became the 10-point grading scale, which Metropolis had already used. And then the next guy converted. And I think it really helped a lot of people in understanding the structure of comic book grading. I did it because I thought Metropolis would benefit from it. And it really has caught on, and it is the standard right now for grading comic books.